Hi, this is Sherry from the Fancy Crow, and today I just want to show you how to sear the ends of ribbons to dovetail. So I'll show you how to dovetail because it works best if you dovetail. And then I'll show you how to sear. You either need a lighter or you can use a votive candle if your space is safe for that. The only other thing you need to do is be able to read and make sure you're using polyester ribbon. So you don't want to use any of those natural ribbons. So let's head to the work mat and I will show you how to dovetail and sear your ribbons for bows and wreaths and all kinds of different applications with ribbon. Here we are at the work mat where you can see I've been cutting ribbon all morning. So if you, I want to show you why we dovetail and sear. And you don't always have to sear, but here's why I do it. So if you don't dovetail it, your ribbon's going to fray. The end of your ribbon's going to fray. You can cut it on a bias. It's really hard for 2.5 inch ribbon to cut on a bias and get it all in one nice cut. It doesn't fray as much. It does a pretty good job. But I don't think that looks as nice. So I like to dovetail mine. So I'm going to cut that off so I can show you how to dovetail. So when you're dovetailing, you take your ribbon and you just touch your wired edges together. Doesn't matter if it's right sides or wrong sides. And then you go down the fold and start cutting from the fold to the wire. And I like to go down about the same length as this because I like nice deep cuts. Some people like shallower cuts. It's just a preference. It doesn't matter. It's what you like. So I'm going to open my scissors as big as I can. I am going to start down on the fold side and I'm heading toward that corner. And when I can feel that wire in my scissors, I open back up and I cut at the handle end of the scissors as close as I can get. That keeps your scissors sharp and makes it easier to cut. Now, since I want to sear this before I dovetail, or after I dovetail it, I want to sear it, so I'm not going to let go of it. Right now I want to show you, if you have ribbon in your hand, take it and feel the edges, and you just feel the edge of the ribbon. So now when I sear it, I'm going to either I use a votive candle sometimes, or I use a lighter, and I'm going to go really quickly about 3 or 4 times until I feel like it's seared. After you've done it enough, you kind of know. If you open it back up, you can feel that edge there where you have melted the edge of your ribbon. That's going to keep it from fraying. If you happen to sear it too long, here's what happens. It starts to turn brown on the ends. Do you see that? And it really kind of starts to melt. So you kind of have to get to know it. But if you do 3 or 4 quick passes, it's going to be fine. And then if it's not done enough, then you can do it again. You can do this on any ribbon that is polyester. So some of these drift ribbons look like they're not polyester, but read your label and it'll say polyester and they're fine. Let me show you how to do this. I'm just going to dovetail that one more time so you can see. I touch the wired edges together. I open my scissors big at the fold. I aim toward that end. I try and make it in one cut if I can. I'm going to open big at the wire to protect my scissors and to cut easier. And then I just go ahead and run it along. There we go. And you get to know your ribbon. You know how much to sear. So there it is, nice and seared. If you're making a mesh wreath, you'll have strips of ribbon. You can touch the edges together and then touch the wires together and hold it. Don't close that loop because that'll keep you from making a mistake. And then you just go do just like we did when we were doing that one piece of ribbon. It's a little thicker, a little harder to cut. Keep a hold of it. And you're still going to do like you did before. 3, 4, I'm going to do 5. And then you have both ends dovetailed nicely. You can feel that they're done. I don't check them every time. You might want to at the beginning to see that you're applying enough heat. So this is a DuPonte. It's very thin. It's kind of silky. It's polyester, but it's thin. It's way thinner than some of the others. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to be very careful with this one. And I'm going to not actually put the flame to it because I know this one. I'm going to run it very close. And that should do the same thing. Oh, look. It melted together right there. When that happens, I usually take the scissors because if you pull it, sometimes it tears it. So you can feel that it has its edge seared. Sometimes I have welded the whole thing together and I have to cut it over. So you just have to get to know your ribbon and what it'll take and what it won't. So, and again, don't use natural ribbon, use polyester. Now this is polyester and nylon, and I love this ribbon, but the edge kind of frays a little bit, but it doesn't do well. So I don't usually dovetail it, and I'll show you why. Oh, well, that didn't help. I was a little, there we go. It still doesn't work. And when I apply heat to it, watch what happens to it. It just shrivels up. So this doesn't work. So some of them that are nylon like that you can't do, I do cut on a diagonal, and that helps keep the fraying down a little bit. So just kind of get to know your ribbon, know that you're using polyester, and once you've done it for a little while, it'll be pretty easy to figure out. But that's how I sear my edges to keep them from fraying. Thanks for visiting with us, and have a great rest of your day. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and you can see some more of our how-to videos. Have a great day.